Over 4,000 years ago, Babylon was the richest city in the world. It was a place of wealth and wonder, where gold flowed like water, and prosperity seemed endless. But behind the city's splendor lay secrets, principles of wealth building that turned ordinary men into legends of riches. One man among them stood above the rest, Arkad, the richest man in Babylon. He wasn't born into wealth, he had no special advantages. Yet, through discipline and wisdom, he built an empire of gold. His wealth was so vast that kings sought his advice, and his teachings have endured for millennia. Today, we'll uncover 7 timeless principles from Arkad's story, principles that can transform your financial life if you embrace them. But here's the truth. These lessons aren't just about money, they're about control, freedom, and the power to create a life you love. Are you ready to step into the Golden City and learn the secrets of the richest man in Babylon? Let's begin. Arkad wasn't always rich. In fact, he began just like everyone else, working hard but always finding his purse empty. One day, as he sat pondering his meager earnings, his friend Bansir asked, "Arkad, how is it that we work endlessly, yet our purses remain light?" Arkad had no answer, but this question ignited a fire in him. Determined to change his fortune, he sought out the wealthiest man he knew, Algamish, a moneylender. Arkad approached him with humility, saying, "Teach me how to become rich, and I will work for you." Algamish agreed, but gave Arkad one condition. He must first prove he could learn. Algamish handed Arkad a simple instruction. A part of all you earn is yours to keep. At first, Arkad was confused. He replied, "But I spend all that I earn. How can I save when I barely make enough to live?" Algamish smiled and said, "If you take nothing else from this lesson, remember this. Pay yourself first. Before you pay anyone else, set aside at least 1/10 of your income for yourself." Arkad took the advice to heart. Each time he received his wages, he saved 1/10 in a small pouch. It wasn't easy. He was tempted many times to spend the money. But over the months, the weight of his purse grew, and so did his confidence. For the first time, Arkad felt in control of his future. This principle is simple but profound. Pay yourself first. Too often, people think they can only save what's left after paying bills. But the truth is, there's rarely anything left. Instead, treat your savings as the most important bill you pay. Here's how to start. Automate your savings. Set up a direct transfer of 10% of your income into a separate account. Start small if necessary. If 10% feels overwhelming, begin with 5% or even 1%. The habit matters more than the amount. Protect your savings. Don't dip into it for non-essentials. It's your seed for future growth. Imagine if Arkad had ignored Algamish's advice. He would have remained a struggling scribe, forever chasing enough. Instead, he chose discipline, and it changed his life. What could happen if you made the same choice today? As Arkad's purse began to grow, he noticed something troubling. His desires seemed to grow even faster. He found himself longing for finer clothes, richer food, and more extravagant entertainment. It was then that Algamish shared another critical lesson. Budget the expenses. Arkad explained to the crowd, "It's not what you earn, but what you spend that determines whether you grow wealthy." Too often, we confuse wants with needs. We claim we cannot save because our expenses are too great. Yet, many of those expenses are born from desires we could live without. To master his spending, Arkad created a plan. He divided his income into portions, one part for essential needs such as food and shelter, one part for enjoyment, but always within limits, one part to save and invest. By controlling his expenditures, Arkad ensured that his growing wealth wasn't devoured by unnecessary desires. He taught the crowd to view a budget not as a constraint, but as a tool for freedom. By living within your means, Arkad said, you will find your purse growing heavier and your heart growing lighter. Budgeting is often misunderstood. It's not about cutting all enjoyment from your life. It's about making deliberate choices. Here's how to begin. Track your spending. For 1 month, record every dollar you spend. This will reveal where your money is going and help identify areas to cut back. Prioritize needs over wants. Ask yourself, does this expense bring me closer to my financial goals? Needs are non-negotiable. Wants can wait. Use the 50-30-20 rule. Allocate 50% of your income to needs, 30% to wants, and 20% to savings or debt repayment. Remember, budgeting isn't about restriction, it's about empowerment. Like Arkad, you can take control of your money instead of letting it control you. Seeing his growing savings, Arkad returned to Algamish for further guidance. Algamish examined the coins and asked, "And what will you do with this gold? Will it sit idle, or will it work for you?" Arkad was puzzled. "How can gold work?" he asked. Algamish replied, "Gold is a willing worker. It will labor for you and bring forth offspring if you set it to productive use." Arkad shared his first attempt at investing. He lent his gold to a brickmaker who promised to buy rare jewels. But the brickmaker was tricked by unscrupulous merchants, and Arkad lost everything. Algamish laughed and said, "You trusted a brickmaker with jewels? Seek advice only from those wise in the matter at hand." Taking this lesson to heart, Arkad began investing wisely. He lent his gold to merchants who could return it with interest. Over time, his wealth grew, not from his labor, but from the labor of his gold. "Gold in your purse is gratifying," Arkad said, "but earning more gold is truly satisfying. Your money has the power to work for you, but only if you put it to productive use." Here's how to start. Educate yourself. Learn about different investment options such as stocks, bonds, or real estate. Knowledge reduces risk. Start small. Begin with a modest amount and reinvest the returns. Compounding will grow your wealth over time. Avoid scams. If an investment seems too good to be true, it probably is. Seek guidance from trusted experts. Investing is about patience and consistency. Like Arkad, you'll find that small, steady efforts can lead to great rewards. Imagine a future where your money grows even while you sleep. Arkad's journey to wealth wasn't without mistakes. One of the most painful lessons he learned came early in his career, when he decided to invest his hard-earned savings with a brickmaker. The brickmaker promised to purchase rare jewels from a distant land and sell them for a handsome profit. Trusting this promise, Arkad handed over his gold. But the venture was doomed. The brickmaker knew nothing about jewels and was easily deceived by dishonest traders. The jewels he purchased were worthless, and Arkad lost his entire investment. Reflecting on this failure, Arkad shared a profound lesson. The first sound principle of investment is security for the principal. Guard the treasure with great caution, lest it be lost by foolish decisions. From then on, Arkad only entrusted his gold to those who were skilled and knowledgeable in their trade. When he lent his money, he sought assurance of its safe return and ensured he would earn interest on his capital. His gold multiplied safely, and he learned to avoid unnecessary risks. The principle Arkad teaches here is clear. Wealth is fragile. No matter how much you accumulate, it can disappear quickly if not managed wisely. The allure of high returns often blinds people to the risks involved. To protect your wealth, start by educating yourself about any opportunity before investing. If you're considering the stock market, for example, understand the basics of how it works. If you're looking into real estate, learn about the risks and rewards specific to that market. Always research the people or companies involved to ensure their credibility. Another critical strategy is diversification. Arkad did not place all his gold in a single venture. Similarly, you should spread your investments across different asset classes, such as stocks, bonds, real estate, and cash. Diversification reduces the risk of losing everything if one investment fails. Finally, develop a healthy skepticism for deals that promise extraordinary returns. Many scams prey on the desire for quick wealth, but as Arkad learned, such ventures often lead to ruin. As he wisely said, "Gold flees the man who entrusts it to the care of the unwise." The key takeaway: protect your hard-earned wealth by seeking wise counsel, diversifying your investments, and avoiding unnecessary risks. In doing so, you'll safeguard your financial foundation and build wealth that lasts. As Arkad's wealth grew, he turned his attention to creating a stable and comfortable life. One of his most enduring lessons was the importance of owning a home. He believed that having a place to call your own provided not only financial benefits, but also emotional security. Arkad explained that renting was like filling the pockets of another man while leaving your own purse empty. By saving diligently and purchasing his own dwelling, he could reduce his living expenses and redirect those savings toward further wealth building. Owning property also gave him pride and peace of mind, knowing he had a secure place for his family. In modern terms, homeownership remains a powerful step toward financial stability. However, it's not without its challenges. The key is to approach homeownership wisely. Start by assessing your financial situation. Are you carrying high-interest debt? Do you have an emergency fund? If not, Prioritize these before buying a home. Next, save for a substantial down payment. A larger down payment reduces the amount you need to borrow, which in turn lowers your monthly payments and the overall interest you'll pay over the life of the loan. Aim for at least 20% of the home's purchase price to avoid additional costs, such as private mortgage insurance. Choose a home that fits your budget, not one that stretches it. Financial advisors often recommend spending no more than 30% of your monthly income on housing expenses. Remember, a home is a tool for building wealth, not a status symbol. For those who aren't ready to buy, renting can still be a smart financial choice, especially if it allows you to live below your means and save for a future investment. The principle Arkad emphasized is not homeownership at all costs, but living in a way that supports your long-term financial goals. By following this principle, you'll not only create a sense of stability, but also free up resources to grow your wealth. Owning your dwelling is more than a financial move. It's a foundation for a secure and prosperous life. As Arkad grew older, he began to think about the future, not just for himself, but for his family and legacy. He realized that true wealth wasn't just about what he earned today, but about ensuring he had enough for tomorrow. This led to one of his most important principles: provide in advance for the needs of the growing age and the protection of thy family. Arkad understood that life is unpredictable. While he was healthy and able to work, he could generate income. But what would happen if he fell ill or grew too old to labor? He needed a way to sustain himself and his family, no matter what challenges arose. To achieve this, Arkad created streams of income that didn't rely on his daily efforts. He invested in ventures that paid consistent returns, such as renting land. These income sources ensured that his wealth continued to grow, even when he wasn't actively working. Today, this principle is more relevant than ever. Planning for the future begins with understanding your financial needs and creating a strategy to meet them. Start by contributing to retirement accounts, such as a 401k or IRA. These accounts allow you to save for the future while taking advantage of tax benefits. Another effective strategy is building passive income streams. These can include dividend-paying stocks, rental properties, or royalties from creative works. The goal is to create a safety net that generates income regardless of your circumstances. By ensuring a future income, you not only protect yourself, but also provide peace of mind for your loved ones. As Arkad said, better a little caution now than great regret later. The final principle Arkad shared was perhaps the most empowering: increase thy ability to earn. He believed that wealth wasn't just about managing money, but about continuously improving oneself. Arkad himself was a lifelong learner, always seeking knowledge and opportunities to grow. He encouraged others to do the same, saying, "The more of wisdom we know, the more we may earn." Arkad sought out mentors, learned from their experiences, and practiced skills that made him more valuable. As his abilities grew, so did his earning potential. This principle is about investing in yourself. In today's world, there are endless opportunities to learn and develop skills that can increase your income. Start by identifying areas where you can grow, whether it's improving your current profession, learning a new trade, or developing financial literacy. Online courses, workshops, and mentorship programs are excellent resources. Platforms like Coursera, Udemy, and LinkedIn Learning offer affordable ways to gain knowledge in everything from coding to business management. Networking is another critical component. Surround yourself with ambitious, knowledgeable individuals who can inspire and guide you. Attend industry events, join online communities, and don't hesitate to reach out to people you admire. Building strong relationships can open doors to opportunities you might not find on your own. Finally, embrace a growth mindset. Challenges and failures are inevitable, but they're also opportunities to learn and improve. By viewing setbacks as stepping stones rather than obstacles, you'll build resilience and adaptability, traits that are invaluable in any pursuit. Increasing your ability to earn is a lifelong journey. As Arkad demonstrated, the more you grow, the more opportunities you'll create for yourself. Wealth is not just about having money. It's about the freedom to pursue your dreams and live life on your own terms. Arkad's 7 principles are not just ancient wisdom, they are a roadmap to financial freedom. From saving and investing to protecting your wealth and growing your abilities, these lessons have stood the test of time for a reason. They work. The path to wealth requires discipline, patience, and a willingness to learn. But as Arkad's story shows, anyone can achieve financial independence by applying these principles. The question is, which one will you start with today? I've put days of hard work and effort into creating this video, and I truly hope you found it valuable. If you've made it to this point and enjoyed the content, please take a moment to like the video and leave a comment. It helps the video reach more people. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell to encourage me to create more videos like this. Your support means the world to me. Click on the video that appeared now to uncover the real reason you're not building wealth. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.